Hey, what's up guys? Hope all is well. No corny intro today. Got to speed through this video because I have a bunch going on today, but I encourage you to stick around until the end of this one and please watch this Instagram post that I shared today. Here's my handle right up here, and this is just another example of equal drops forming this final cup and then blast off. In this asset, 80K just did 1000% in terms of an increase overall. There's other assets to watch that may replicate the same move, such as AOA Aurora or LBA Libra credits. So let's get into the information. As always, links are in the video description. We will be doing a giveaway when I get to 5,000 followers, and then I can stop shilling that one tweet for this giveaway. I'm excited to do that. And also, I will be recording proof because I rarely, believe anybody online in terms of crypto giveaways, just so you guys know. All right. So first things first, guys, shared by Future Boy. Thank you for the tag. We have Barry Silbert, CEO of Digital Currency Group. Remember, an early investor in the company Ripple years ago. Here's some commentary in 2016 calling XRP Swift 2.0. And then all of a sudden 2017, 2018 came around. He started getting a lot more quiet or even more ambiguous when he referred to XRP or XRP price. So it makes you wonder. I have my own theories about that, and keep in mind, in the past, 2015, Ripple the company, other groups, they were at conventions in Chicago talking about interledger protocol, the use cases, bridging, decentralized exchanges, just levels beyond and years beyond all these other groups. So just keep that in mind. Also, so regards to Digital Currency Group, remember their subsidiary, Grayscale. In terms of assets under management, we know it's measured in the billions with a huge portion of Bitcoin holdings to keep in mind. We do know that Barry Silbert is stepping down now to focus on other initiatives of Digital Currency Group, which also owns the over-the-counter crypto trader Genesis Trading, as well as the news site CoinDesk. So we have that new CEO stepping up, and I'm just curious what Barry will be working on and what kind of new platforms, new services, and use cases we can expect. All right, so very exciting, and please understand, guys, crypto, the global market cap surpassed $1 trillion. It is here to stay. It will be a bumpy road, yes, but the upside is going to be tremendous in the years ahead. So there's going to be huge things, a lot of attention going on, and then I want to talk about some new XRP news potentially and corridors at the end of this video. Also, public service announcement, I will be brief. This is a scam. If you ever see a Kevin Cage in the comments without the, the line highlighted, it is not me. I will never ask you for your phone number. I will never ask you to send me money. I will never, I don't have anybody trade for me. These are scams trying to get you their WhatsApp name. I fight these accounts. I block them. They create new accounts. They create new pitches. Just be aware of this. I know many YouTubers have been battling this for months. Just wanted to say it to protect even just one person. All right. Also, just keeping up with the headlines, guys. Remember, there's tons of FUD. There's tons of narratives. I think the market's kind of split. Most people are saying Bitcoin's going to keep going to 80K. Other people are saying that we're, close to the top. Either way, there's a lot of, economic uncertainty. There's uncertainty and fear with Tether, which we will talk about more in the next video. And just keep in mind everything that's happening. So we know the UK banned derivative transactions for retailers. Well, now we have this gentleman saying that they have a petition to ban crypto transactions. I don't know if this is just like pure FUD. Just like, remember, India for every year for 4 years was banning cryptocurrency, and now they actually literally have like crypto banks and banks being custodians for crypto assets. It's just a joke to me. Crypto's here. Don't always just sell out of fear, but just be aware of the consequences. We all have different financial situations. Just wanted to give you my take, and it's the UK regulator, our buddies, the Financial Conduct Authority. The Japan's FSA, Singapore, and many other G20 nations already said XRP is not a security. So we're going to keep a close eye on this, just skimming through the headlines right there. Also, so Gold Telegraph, guys, China's blockchain-based service network, the BSN, outlined an audacious plan for a global network that will support CBDCs from multiple countries. It aims to build a universal digital payment network in the next 5 years. Yes, we've been talking about this forever, would not be surprised. You understand, and we already went through that chart that even Ripple posted of, how far each country is in the world and continent in terms of building a central bank digital currency. So it should be, no surprise whatsoever. Universal digital payment network, we could expect probably universal, identity in terms of digital identity. Reminds me of things that Greg Kidd is working on, one of the early employees of Ripple, Federal Reserve background. I'm working on, tight with Uphold as well. Really cool guy. Things like that. And keep in mind, he owns a lot of XRP, a vested interest. And what did he call XRP? I'm going to butcher it. I know Digital Asset Investor refers to it. What he says, what does Greg Kidd say? Something like a galactic currency. something like that, interstellar currency, something like that. But nonetheless, guys, I am excited for the future. Also, so Caitlin Long wanted to touch on this, and I'll speed through this. I don't need to go through this whole thread because it's dry, but please stick around for the next couple slides. So Caitlin Long is one of my favorite ladies in the crypto space, founder and CEO of Avanti Financial Group. You can look at her background, look at her schooling. Morgan Stanley, Symbiont, which we know is related with even Atom, where Michelle Bond left Ripple to become CEO there. Chess pieces moving. Avanti, and then the crypto exchange Kraken, links are in the video description, are very cool because they have US banking licenses, charters in this ecosystem. And we do know that Anchorage just got, that license from the OCC. So in this thread, it was pretty insightful, honestly. And I'll keep up with this and just keep an eye on everything that she has to, relate with this. Talking about Anchorage, the OCC, and just saying that it's still a little narrower of a scope than the Wyoming SPDI charter, and kind of talks about this connecting to federal payment systems with crypto, talking about stable coins, what it entails. So very exciting, talking about custody, the future, qualified custodians. Remember, guys, if we want crypto to moon, what do we want? Institutions. So the whole narrative, even in 2017, crypto will explode when institutions come. And then all of a sudden we realize, well, crap, what do institutions need before they can come and the floodgates really open for good, which they will? We need security. So we need to ensure that, their crypto is secure and held. So custody, so security and storage. We need to ensure that there's regulations, clear-cut clarity of what they can and cannot do. There's just a whole plethora of things that we need in place before the floodgates can truly open. And yes, obviously institutions are in the game now, but I still believe there's going to be so much more money that comes in. Besides speculative money, we have not seen what a utility-based bull run can do. And I know, everybody's commentary, oh, XRP, blah, blah, blah. Guys, it went from speculation alone before on-demand liquidity, aka XRapid, was even a thing. XRP went to $3.84 from half a penny. So for all of you saying XRP is going to zero, hey, we're not at half a penny. We were there for years as well. So time and time again, I hear the critics, I ignore them because I'm focusing on me. All right? And that's what I encourage you guys to do. I have my own opinions. I don't even want you guys to agree with everything I say. That would be rather boring. And the more people that disagree with me, the more opportunity there is for me to make money in this market, being a true contrarian. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, just to briefly speed through this, Flare Finance, FLR, and of course the Spark token. So we're excited to get some of those airdrops as well, or distributed in the months ahead. I know that I did have some already given to me on Bitrue, the exchange. And we can see first DeFi on XRP Ledger Fork launches a stress test. Remember, Flare is going to be really going live Q1, Q2 of this year. Very exciting. And a few things to look are these first three components of the ecosystem. So we have Flare X, the DEX, the decentralized exchange. We have Flare Wrap, a tool for creating synthetic assets. Awesome. And then Flare Farm, instrument to yield farming. So guys, this is DeFi. We saw the DeFi bubble in August when a lot of assets popped up and exploded. I missed out on, some good ones that, were related to Uniswap as well, but we know what is coming. All right. Nonetheless. Also, so Ripple showing no signs of stopping as everybody's focusing on the escrow and the SEC announcement. Ripple is building and launching. They do not care what the US does. They're going to get through this, in my opinion, and just sharing my views. So notice, Managing Director RippleNet in Europe, they're sharpening their focus on the dynamic payments landscape across Europe. We're looking for an executive reporting directly to the GM of RippleNet to help lead efforts in the region and support our fast-growing team in London. London is one of the financial capitals of the world in terms of even just foreign exchange volume. We have to focus on that. And I keep regurgitating this, but I'm going to keep saying it. 80-90% of all of Ripple's customers and 80-90% of all of Ripple's transaction volume is outside of the United States. So the US can either, catch up in innovation or be left behind. Also, James Rule XRP, this is very cool. So SBI Holdings, Yoshitaka Katao, the man, the myth, the legend, showing right here, building a digital asset corridor between Switzerland, Japan, and Singapore. We already know the Singaporean dollar, building on-demand liquidity ramps and corridors, the Japanese yen, and also the Swiss franc. So very exciting. Just want to speed through this and read a few highlighted points that Mr. Katao says. Keep in mind, SBI is a huge shareholder of not only R3, but Ripple. And of course, his dream scenario is Ripple and R3 to work together. We know there's been disputes, there's been lawsuits between these groups. This is common in the world of money and finance. So who knows what happens with that, but nonetheless, I'm excited for this because we know that Kitao is a big XRP advocate. Right here, SBI Digital Asset subsidiary SBI HD recently announced a JV with the Swiss digital exchange SDX, which we've talked about, to create a digital assets trading platform in Singapore, which is essentially going to be one of the biggest fintech countries in the world, arguably already is. The Japanese group is also setting up an investment fund with Swiss digital assets bank Signum. They have XRP as well. The fund hopes to raise up to $75 million and will focus on DLT, infrastructure, decentralized finance, DeFi, and RegTech in Europe and Asia. $75 million, guys. That is not chump change. They're truly going to be building something big. All right, next point. Right here, so question to Mr. Kitao. What are the biggest hurdles to establishing such an exchange, and how will you overcome them in Singapore? When establishing an exchange, even in the field of traditional assets, there are a number of hurdles to overcome, such as negotiating with the relevant ministries and authorities, technological development, assortment of listed products, and ensuring liquidity. Liquidity, guys. That's a tongue twister, but that is one of the biggest points for the success of these ecosystems. Please understand that. Tight spreads, tons of bids and asks on the order books. Regulatory and legal aspects are often the focus of attention with digital assets, but there also are a number of other challenges. Right here, the digital asset sector is still immature, and we anticipate that there is ample potential, guys, huge upside. It is nascent, it is young, for the market to expand rapidly in the future. Having multiple exchanges will not result in competition for a piece of the pie. Exchanges can coexist, and synergistic effect will increase the points of contact for investment in new asset fields and expand the entire market. This is exactly like my point when I say these cryptos can complement one another. QNT, XLM, XRP, VeChain, ADA, HBAR. There's more than enough, and they can essentially have synergy in this ecosystem and complement one another. They don't have to just compete. Yes, there's going to be competition. There's going to be cooperation. And then that one term that I love that King Solomon's interview with the HBAR guy said is co-opetition, just kind of emerged between those words. So true. So we believe by establishing a corridor between Switzerland, Singapore, and Osaka, we will be able to deliver a wide range of cross-border liquidities to our customers. This is what institutions are doing. I'm not worried about, what John Doe thinks of XRP or the cryptocurrency market. I'm paying attention to this. And lastly, so again, Kitao right here. So how do you think crypto asset industry will grow in the next 5 to 10 years? Facebook's virtual currency, blah, 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 CBDCs. He goes right here. Blockchain is regarded as a technological breakthrough that only occurs once every few decades. And we believe that the flow of innovation brought about by this new technology will not stop. Regarding individual projects such as CBDCs, there will be differences in the penetration speed based on circumstances in each country. Technically speaking, regional digital currencies have already been implemented, so we expect the general theme to progress, and I, agree 1000% with that sentiment. All right, and last but not least, guys, be sure to tune into my next video where I want to discuss more about Tether, some implications, some risks, and things to keep an eye on, and I will see you in the next video.